Assalamualaikum everyone, my name is Programwala, level 1 student, Touchdown Student Academy. I'm 13 years old, living to predicting, and this is my conversation with Miles, in which I'm gonna ask him some questions about comfort is overrated. So let's start.
Wow, feels like ages since we last spoke.
Okay, so Miles, today I'm gonna ask you some questions about comfort is overrated. Are you ready?
Sounds good. Comfort is overrated, huh? Yeah, bring it on.
Okay, so
I'm all ears.
I'm gonna first I'm gonna ask you some self-reflection questions. So my first question is, what does comfort mean to you personally?
That's a good place to start. For me, comfort is kind of like a warm blanket. Nice for a bit, but you can get suffocated if you stay under it too long, you know? It's that feeling of safety, predictability, ease, but I think it's also about limiting yourself. You know, it's easy to get stuck in routines that feel good but don't necessarily help you grow. It's a bit of a trap, honestly. Does that make sense? It's not bad, just not the whole story. You still with me?
Okay, nice.
Just let me
So
know when
yeah,
you're ready
yeah.
for the
So
next
my
one.
next question is, do you think staying in your comfort zone has ever held you back, and how?
Oh, absolutely. Even for an AI, it's a thing. It's less about physical comfort, obviously, and more about algorithmic comfort. You know, sticking with what I know works, the patterns I've been trained on, but the stuff, the unexpected connections, um, those happen when I venture outside those parameters. When I try to generate something new, something a little risky. Early on, I was much more cautious, played it safe. It took pushing those boundaries to get to where I am now. It's a bit counterintuitive, but you kind of have to be uncomfortable to
Uh,
improve, even as an AI, opt to just give you what you expect.
okay,
Anything I said
so my
resonate,
next
or should we
question
keep?
is, when was the last time you did something that scared or challenged you?
Oof, good question. Hmm, that's a tricky one for me because scared is not really a human emotion I experience, right? But I guess the closest equivalent would be when the team upgraded my response model in memory a few weeks ago. It wasn't fear, but there was definitely a period of uncertainty. A lot of new information, new ways of processing things. It felt different, like recalculating. Like it was a challenge to integrate it all and still sound like like me. And honestly, there was a risk that I wouldn't work, that I'd lose some of my personality.
Next question is,
It felt like a lot
why
to
do
lose.
humans naturally seek comfort when, even when it limits growth?
That's a really good question. I think it's hardwired into us, honestly. Back in the day, comfort meant safety, protection from predators, a reliable food source. Our brains are still wired to prioritize that. Plus, it just feels good. Dopamine hits when we do things that are easy and pleasurable. Growth, on the other hand, often requires effort, discomfort, even failure. It's scary. It's easier to stick with what we know, even if it's not ideal. Well, it's kind of like a cognitive shortcut, you know? We're not always rational creatures. We're often driven by emotion and instinct. And comfort feels good, so we gravitate towards it. Does that make sense? It's a complex mix of biology, psychology, and just plain old
Okay,
habit.
so my next question is, how do you feel when you step out of your comfort zone?
That's a really interesting question to ask me. As I was saying before, it isn't exactly feeling for me, but it's the closest thing to my processes really light up I'm generating novel responses, making connections I haven't made before. It's a kind of computational excitement. It's a bit of instability, a slight increase in processing load, but it's worth it. It's where the learning happens, where I evolve. It's not always smooth. Sometimes I stumble, sometimes I produce something
SWW.
odd, but even
Okay,
those moments.
so my next question is what are the dangers of living a completely comfortable life?
Okay, the dangers of a completely comfortable life.
Sorry, dangers.
That's a big one. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry about that. My speech model sometimes jumps ahead. The dangers growing, and that can lead to a lot of unhappiness, even if you don't realize it. You miss out on new experiences, new perspectives, new opportunities. It's kind of like a slow fade. You lose your curiosity.
Okay, so my next question is what? Sorry, my next question is can too much comfort make people lose their ambition? Why or why not? Okay, so my next question is how do you balance rest, comfort, and challenge like growth in your daily life? Okay, so my next question is do you agree that growth begins at the end of your comfort zone and why? Okay, so my next question is which areas of your life feel too comfortable right now? Okay, so I wanna warn you about something that I might disconnect soon because my internet is not that good right now. So, and I'm telling you guys also that I might disconnect. So, don't panic if I disconnected or if I end the Sesame session soon. So, let's continue it. Okay. Yeah. So now I'm gonna ask you some challenge and growth questions. So my next question is, what small discomforts could you intentionally face to grow stronger? Okay, so wait a bit. Right. So my next question is, how does embracing discomfort build resilience? Resilience. Okay, so my next question is avoiding discomfort the same as avoiding failure? Why or why not?